لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
Established a society based on those claims, based on those principles. And the sensitivity to justice these people had. What we read as Muslim children, what we read about the first generation of Muslims is incredible. I know I said this last thing. Can I share a quick story with you? I promise I'll stop after that. Who's not even here? Oh, it's here. Eesh. That's a challenge. Okay. The aura hasn't reached you yet. Okay, so I'll share this really quick story with you. So one of the closest companions of the Prophet, very high up, very highly regarded in the community, he was living in Medina and he ended up in a dispute with a Jewish man. He was walking by and he saw the Jewish man hold a shield. You know, sword and shield back in the day. He looks at the shield and goes, "That's my shield. I've been looking for that for months." And the Jewish man goes, "No, this is my shield. What are you talking about?" So they get into it. And they go to the ruler, who's of course Muslim. They go to Umar bin al-Khattab, Umar. They go to him and they say, we need to go to take this trial before you. The ruler back in the day was also the judge. So they're at the Supreme Court at this point, and the Jewish man is standing there, and Ali is standing there, and of course, Umar knows which one really, really well at this point. He knows Ali. He doesn't know the Jewish man. He knows Ali, and they go way back. They fought in battle together. They've lived many years together. They've been by the side of the Prophet together. They're very close. And in the Arab world, one of the ways to give people a nickname is to call them by their son's name. "Oh, father of so-and-so." Okay? So for example, so instead of calling him Ali, he calls him Ya Aba Hussein. Ya Aba Hassan. So what's the deal, father of Hassan? And that's a term of endearment. It's a term of endearment. So he, obviously, because he knows him, he used that term. And he tells him his story. He tells him what his perspective is. "This shield is mine. I lost it. This guy had it. Clearly it's mine. He makes his case. Now he goes to the Jewish guy. And he says, "So what's your story? What's your story?" And Ali stops him. He goes, "Wait, you called me by a nickname. Why'd you say to him, 'Hey, what's your story?' You should have called him by a nickname too. You're not just. I don't want this case. You win." Walks away. He walks away. They're sensitive to justice. This is what we're taught as children, about how sensitive you have to be to principles of justice. How sensitive you have to be. Because that is the backbone of this religion. What gave it its strength in the very beginning was these two things could never be separated. You couldn't be a strong believer in God and then not be just. Because you have to answer to Him. There's a day of justice coming. You know one of the words for judgment day in Arabic is Yawm al-Din. In the first surah, Yawm al-Din. Deen means when everybody gets exactly what they deserve. Exactly, penny for penny, what they deserve. So a Muslim is cognizant of that and becomes extremely worried about delivering justice to others. Delivering justice to others. This is the heart of the religion. It's at the heart of the religion.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.